Hey guys, Kirsty here. All right, we're gonna get ready to work cardio and legs today. Tag teaming speed and strength. You don't need any equipment, so let's get straight into the warm-up. Make sure you've got a body length of space to work with. You wanna reach your hands nice and tall. Think about a scooping motion up through the rib cage as you hinge down from the hips, walking out into a strong high plank position. Take a moment to pause at the end, really set your hands into the ground. Hips are lifted a little more than you think. And then walk your hands all the way back towards your feet, keeping legs mostly straight, and roll all the way back up. So each time you pull your rib cage back, you've got this beautiful opportunity to warm up your thoracic spine. And as you crawl out into your walkout and walk back in, we should feel a really beautiful opening and stretch through the back line of the body. Good. So don't be afraid to slow it down in your warm-ups. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to move fast today, and so knowing when to alternate your pace is really important. Good. Hands will reach all the way up. On this next walkout, you're going to stay all the way out in your high plank position. Right foot will step outside right hand for a runner's lunge. You reach your right arm up to the sky, eye gaze follows. Drop your elbow just inside the instep of the foot. Reach back up and plant down. We switch side. Left foot comes out, hand comes up. We drop the elbow. We reach up one more time. And we switch back to the right side. So now that you know what you're doing, you can increase the tempo just a little bit and try and find a little bit more space in your body each and every time. Super important that that eye gaze is going to keep following your hand so you can open up the upper back. And then laying the arm down inside the foot is going to give you a really beautiful stretch into this hip. Don't forget to connect your breath. I'm the same. I have to remind myself constantly, it's okay to slow down sometimes. We love to be turbo, but there's a real beauty in knowing how to connect through our body and our breath. All right, we're going to transition straight from here into our glute activation. So drop your knees to the floor. Hands will be set up under your shoulders. Knees are under your hips. Evenly press your weight through your hands, and we go into our fire hydrants on the right side. So 10 repetitions. I want to move my leg directly out to the side without disrupting the left side of my body. Now control your breath and think about anchoring those palms into the floor. Beautiful, as you really open up to the side. So glute activation is incredibly important. Go 2 more repetitions here. We transition into a giant forward circle. So big sweep up and around as if there's a paintbrush on your knee. Take the time to go slow. Feel your right oblique start to catch as well to help lift that knee. Go up and around. We're going to go 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, but we hit reverse. So giant circle backwards. So can you try and keep the same size of that circle, but you might start to feel that glute catching on a little bit more, a little bit of a burn coming in there. So we love glute activation because when we turn up to perform, we want to be really ready to perform. So sometimes we need to place more emphasis on getting our body ready than just being arrogant and jumping straight into the work. Hold that knee high and wide to the side, micro circles forward. We go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. Keep pushing those weights evenly through your hands. Good. So our body weight tries to splay to the side. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Drop that knee down. Whew, cute. Yeah, we're going to do that on the left side. So same setup. Find a little wrap through the triceps so the upper body can hold a little tuck of the waist. Left side fire hydrant. 10, 9, good, 8. So you have to be thinking about your technique each and every repetition. It's never given to you. You have to fight for it every time. We've got 3 more. 2, giant forward circle next. 1, and here we go. Big sweep, up and around. So if you really struggle to stay still through the opposite side of your body, a good thing to do is line up next to a wall, and then you can't move past it. And that's going to teach you a really good discipline and behavior so you can stay under control when you're activating. 2 more, and then we change direction. Good, and reverse. 10, 9, big sweep. Come back to that breath each and every moment that you can. You have 5, 4, 3, micro circles the next 2, and 1. Keep that knee high and wide to the side. Here we go. Tiny circles forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back, little stretch. Woo. All right. Now that the glutes are warmed up, let's get this party started. So we're going to be rolling through a pyramid drop set. A strength move first, then we follow straight up with speed. So we start with a nice backward stepping lunge. Set your body beautiful and tall like you're presenting yourself. And then we're going to step the back leg back one at a time. Knee drops under hip. Okay, we're here for 1 minute. So what I want you to think about is anchoring your weight down through your front heel. Each time I get to the bottom of my lunge, I want to really connect with that so that I can feel that same glute have to work to really pull my body up. I want to think about stacking nice and tall as if there's a string coming through the top of my head, and your hands can do whatever you want. You can pray. It's not going to make the workout go any faster. It's up to you, but make sure you're using your core to really hold a nice, strong position. We're going to get ready to advance into a jumping lunge in 20 seconds time. So use this moment now to build up the power in your body, and then we're going to transition it straight into speed. All right, we're getting ready. First round of speed coming in 10 seconds. So make the most of these slow reps now. We transition into a jumping lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want to use my arms to help me jump up and down. If you need to modify at any point, you're going to step back into your backward stepping lunge. So because the legs are already tired, you might find it's a little harder to get as much pace or height as you're used to. That's okay. We love a challenge. You've got 10 seconds. Stay with me. Woo! Good. Almost there. Keep it lifted. Cross back lunge coming in 3, 2, and 1. Feet come together. Up we go. All right, alternating curtsy lunge or a cross back lunge. Feet come back through center. I switch to the other side. So my front foot is always staying facing forward. My back foot's going to come on a little bit of a diagonal as I drop that knee to the floor. So now we come back into another strength move. We have the opportunity to slow our breathing down a little bit again. I love this exercise. It's really beautiful and working the legs and around the waist, but it's also nice because we go on a slightly different plane of motion. So we're going to transition this into a skater coming up. So we just focused on speed, forward and back. Now we want to see if you can go fast side to side. We've got 15 seconds left here. See if you can drop your back knee down a little closer to the floor. Here we go. All right, your cue for your skater in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to hit these skaters. So I want to drive my body side to side. My arms are really going to help propel my body weight across. So I want you to think about trusting yourself to land each and every time, and then pick a spot on the floor, and you're going to start to really drive aggressively towards it. So I like to imagine I'm trying to move around something, okay? You've got 8 seconds left. Let's go. Come on, we get to slow down again after this in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're coming into a single leg deadlift. So nice and steady through the body. I anchor my left leg, slight bend in the knee. I'm going to reach my fingertips down towards the floor. Breathe with control as I come back up to center. Good, repeat that. So if you start to lose your balance, keep your eye gaze about 1 meter forward of your foot, and that's a really good point to focus on. As you hinge from the hip, keeping that slight bend in the standing knee, your bottom foot is firmly pressing into the floor, and that back foot is flexing so that leg is really nice and strong as it reaches behind you. We transition into a single leg knee drive in 2 and 1. Leg comes down, I drive it up and pop. Leg comes down, drive it up and pop. This is a quick hit out, okay? So go after it. Woo! So left leg getting a lot of work right now. So push off that right toe at the back and use your arms to help pull your body up. 15 seconds. Almost there. We're going to switch it up to the other side of the body soon. You've got 8, 7, 6. It should be burning on that left side. We go in 3, 2, 1. Woo, steady yourself. Anchor through the right foot, single leg deadlift, left leg's reaching back. All right, so now all this work coming up the right side of my body. Focus on that breath. Flex that back foot, reach behind you, and keep control from the hinge. The hinge is what you'll have to start from every single time so we can come with a nice flat back as we reach those fingertips towards the floor. All right, you know what's coming next. We've got that single leg knee drive in 3, 2, and 1. It drops down, we drive up. Drop down, drive up. So try and bounce away from the floor with your standing leg. Even though it feels like you're not getting high, you can still really build up a lot of power in your body. Good, almost there. Don't worry, I'm feeling it too, trust me. We got 10 seconds. Whew. Come on, keep using those arms. They're gonna help pull you up. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, recover. Wow, yeah, that was round 1. 2 more of those. So that was the intro. Let's go for a second date. We're gonna start to progress. Our forward stepping lunge replaces the backward stepping lunge. So use control through your core, use control through your glutes to help you drive forward and back. All right, gather yourself. 7 seconds. You ready for this, rock star? All right, you're gonna keep me fit out there today. 3, 2, and 1. Forward stepping lunge. Press all the way back. So I want to drop this knee under my hip, and I'm getting a nice 90-degree angle in that front leg. I use my core and my glutes to help me push up each and every time. So anchor your weight down through that front heel, and then really press up and away from the floor to drive up. If you need to at any point, your modification would be to come back to the backward stepping lunge, okay? So you've always got a place to work. So that's not an optional recovery. Good. Sometimes we just have to make ourselves be a little more accountable than we want to. You will never regret showing up for yourself, okay? So even if you take a modification, you own your modification. It still counts as work. All right, control. Try and slow down a little bit. We've got that jump lunge coming again. So second round. Body's ready. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So now maybe you try switch up the arms. Keep it fresh and exciting for your body. You can take a running arm, or if you want to, you can keep those arms going overhead. If you really need to slow down again, you'll come back to that backward stepping lunge. Otherwise, come on, let's move. So be careful not to stay too high up here. Think about back knee dropping down to the floor, even if that means your pace slows down a little bit. Curtsy lunges coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, straight into it. Drop down. So why I love to tag team strength and speed moves like this is, can I control my breath after I've just had to work really fast? Okay? Can I be in control of my body? So a lot of the time when we panic in the gym, out of the gym, we never take the easy option of coming back to our breath to calm everything down. What better way to calm down than a curtsy lunge, right? If only we did that every time we got mad. All right, you guys are doing great. We've got 30 seconds. Here we go. Skaters are coming up next. So I want you to challenge yourself. Can you drive out an inch further each and every time? So each jump, you make it a moment. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. So pick your spots you're going for. Start to set the range, then start to set the pace. Good. Come on. Drive. You want to set your eye gaze straight forward. Sometimes it's okay to have a little look sideways, but you are coming after something, all right? And be so confident in your movement pattern that you don't have to look and see where your foot lands each and every time. 7 seconds. Let's move. Woo. Good. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold up. All right. Deadlift time. Push through that right foot. Left leg's reaching back. Flex the foot. Reach down. Drive all the way up. So now, second round, maybe you get a little bit more of a knee lift as you come up and in. If that's not for you, you stay with how we did it in the first round, where you just tap the foot to the floor, slight bend in the knee. So you should be feeling all of this up the standing leg, especially up into that glute. Whew. Single leg knee drives coming for you in 2 and 1. Down and up, down and up. Okay, so how can we motivate ourselves to get higher? Keep moving. We're gonna push through this bottom foot. That's our control panel, right? Imagine that's your foot that's on the accelerator to keep driving you up. Come on, you got 15 seconds. So this is like a Kickstarter. Each time I come back, this is what's in control. 7 seconds. Switching leg in 3, 2, and 1. Great job. All right, quick moment. Set it up, and then we move. So you always want to make sure with a stability drill, you take the time to really ground down through your foot. I like to think about an X being through my foot, and I need all 4 points of that to be touching down. Then I think about pushing more of my weight into the heel to connect up the back line of my body so I'm in control. Last rep. Single leg knee drive in 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Woo! I know. Okay, it should be burning. That means you're in the right place, and you're definitely here at the right time. There is no bad time to turn up for your body. So I need 18 seconds, and I need you to make sure that each and every repetition is a gift to your body, okay? We don't waste reps. No, absolutely not. You got 7 seconds. Come on. Big drive. Recovery's close in 3, 2, and breathe. I know what you're thinking. I'm so excited that we've got another round. That was exactly the thought, right? Don't worry, me too. And I am feeling it. The good news is we've got another change for you coming. So your body's going to stay excited. We have a lateral lunge, one of my favorite lunges, okay? It feels so good on the glutes. Really confidently move your body sideways. So think about the setup. Weight's going to anchor into your left heel. We get ready to control through our core as we drive sideways. It's alternating lateral lunge in 2 and 1. Here we go. Driving all the way sideways. I come in, I switch side. So I want to shift my weight completely to my outside leg and then use my core and driving up off that outside foot to control my body all the way in. So range is going to be up to you, but I need you to make sure that you are taking a range that is a challenge for you, okay? See the difference if I just kind of move like this? There's no real commitment from my body, whereas when I drive sideways, I have to use my core and my glutes to help really push me up. I get to work my inner thigh at the same time, never mad at that. Good, all right. So with 24 seconds left, what about committing to a little bit more range, okay? Make these last reps really count. So for our speed element, we're gonna come into a lateral shuffle to touch. So you're getting ready in 7, 6, 5. Start to think about your pace in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So I'm going to move sideways, little touch down. Now, if you have access to more space, go for it. If you're in a confined space like me, you make it work. You keep your chest lifted as you touch down. See how I stay loaded in my legs the whole time? And I'm ready to propel sideways. So 15 seconds. What about if we turn it up a little bit, yeah? Oh, we like to go fast. Good. Okay, keep those hips facing square. 7 seconds. Almost there. Curtsy lunge coming in 3, 2, hold. All right, set it up and control. There's that feeling again. Oh, we love it. So what better way to get your body to really feel grateful and alive than pulling your heart rate up? It's my go-to for everything. If I'm having a great day, if I'm having a bad day, if I'm having the worst day, I come to exercise, okay? Because when I make myself breathless, sometimes it can be through 1 minute of work, I forget about everything else that's going on. So when you're in your workouts, what if you made a commitment to yourself to really dial in to that exact moment? You got 25 seconds left in this move. Try and get that back knee really close to the floor. All right, feels good. Okay, control. Last round of skaters coming up in 7, 6, 5, 4, speed in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Side to side, your fastest yet. So you just did your lateral shuffle to touch. You had all that speed traveling. Now can you anchor it and go pop, pop, pop. Use your glutes to catch as you land each time. That chest stays lifted, so don't drop your chest. You should be proud and open. You have 10 seconds left. Commit to your landing each time. Come on, spring. Find a beautiful lightness through your body. Last round of your deadlifts in 3, 2, 1. Set yourself up. Anchor through that right foot. All right, if you need to shorten the range a little bit, maybe you just come to here. Maybe you keep a little bit of a bend in that back leg. You do what's right for you. Otherwise, if you're progressing with your range, start to really reach with confidence as that back leg goes all the way. And this will be something that you get more confident with over time. So you've got 12 seconds left. Think about pressing that back foot as far forward as you can and really anchoring through the standing leg. We transition into your single leg lift in 3, 2, and 1. So driving this knee all the way up. When I step back, I'm trying to stay in this line of my body instead of crossing behind me. Sometimes our stability gets away from us. You've got 20 seconds left, so think about dialing in. Where do I want my body to go? Boom, up, boom, up. Sometimes when you think about a tempo, that's what's going to keep you to the rhythm, okay? No time to get distracted. We're transitioning to the other leg coming up in 3, 2, and 1. So push your weight down through your left leg, find that balance, and start to reach at whatever range is applicable to you right now. But making sure when we make our decisions on our range of movement and how far we're advancing, that we're taking something that's challenging to our body, but we're not compromising our technique, okay? So sometimes we need to know day to day, we're not always gonna be turbo, and that's okay. 5, 4, last round, knee drives in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, down and up, down and up. So even if you take a second to pause, set that up, make sure that this knee is stacking, then pop, okay? So it's all about you and you talking to your body, okay? You're in control, don't forget that. So down and up. You never underestimate what your internal dialogue is gonna dictate about your performance. Good, so think up. If I say to myself up every time, there's no way I'm going down. You've got 2 and 1. Good news, 60 seconds. Take a breather. You guys have done a great job. Okay, so I promised some more speed and a little bit more sweat in this workout, and you're ready for it. We're gonna go tabata, one of my absolute favorite ways to really shift my heart rate up. Short intervals, okay? 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds to recover. We have 4 exercises, we roll through them twice. After that, we're into a really nice glute series. So make sure over this 4 minutes, you go all in. All right, so Tabata, first drill we got is a drop squat. You want to think about dropping your hand down to touch, and you're going for speed, alternating hands each time. You ready? All right, let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. So I want to drop down, tap, and I like to do a little clap in between. It kind of makes me catch that rhythm that we were just talking about. My chest stays lifted as I come down, so don't plant here and project your butt backwards. Think about lowering into your squat position. Now you're jumping your feet outside your hips. See how wide I come and my toes angle out slightly. Recovery in 2 and 1. See? They're short. Second exercise, bear crawl. Small amount of space, knees are under hips, hands are under your shoulders. We get ready to move forward in 3, 2, and 1. So I take a few steps forward, I take a few steps back. So I want to think about integrity of my movement. You keep moving, I'm going to talk you through it. My knees are just off the floor, okay? So when my knees are close to the floor, my butt can't be too far up in the air. My eye gaze stays at my fingertips. You go in 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right, third exercise coming. We've got a high knee sprint. Up on your feet, little break for those wrists. Think about arms dictating the pace of your legs. We go in 2 and 1. Here we go. So I like to think about my abs pulling my knees up. I'm not controlling that through my hip flexor, and that's a great behavior for you to program into your body. Keep lifting through your chest. Arms moving faster means my legs are moving faster. I've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Round 2, level up. This is where we really go after it. Drop squat. Think about that speed. 2 and 1. So I want a tempo shift from you of about 20% faster from that first round. So you should be hitting the floor. Touch, touch, touch. You are way faster than I bet you dare to imagine. So make the move. Make it right now. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool the jets. All right, bear crawl. Control that breath. Think about the knees staying low, a little tuck through the core. 3, 2, and 1. Crawl forward, crawl back. So we always want to think about our hands really placing down onto the floor. We don't want to rush this, okay? Be careful with your shoulders. Keep those hips nice and steady, like you could balance something across your back. You've got 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. On your feet, high knees. I got to see this really quick. Okay, you should be a blur. 3, 2, 1. Big breath, let's go. Okay, so as if you were coming down the last 100 meters of a relay, you wouldn't be like this, right? You were sprinting to that photo finish. So pick your knees up, pick your thoughts up. Let's go. 8 seconds, all in. Woo! 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Last 20 seconds, add a push up to the burpee. I dare you. Looks like this. Chest drop down, jump in, jump up. 20 seconds, and 2, and 1. Let's go. So even if you want to slow it down to add the push-up, take them in segments. Otherwise, you stay with your first option, going for speed wherever you are. You've got 8 seconds. Make it count. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With a smile. 60 seconds. Catch your breath, grab a drink. We're going to focus on some glute strength. So one of my favorite glute activation drills, we're gonna come lying on the floor for a single leg hip bridge. So I want you to set yourself up, roll down nicely, take control of that breath. If your fingertips can tap your heels, that's kind of a great setup place to be in. Think about the collarbones being nice and wide. So the way I like to make sure that that's happening for me is by pressing my hands into the ground. You'll see my arms start to work a lot more. From that position, I'm gonna pull back through both of my heels. I've got a nice pelvic tilt, okay? So I don't want you to start lifted. Start with this beautiful composition of the core, and then I lift up, and I pull my energy back through my heels to float my right leg all the way up to the sky. So I'm flexing my top foot, I'm pulling back through my left heel, and I drop down and up. The good news, we're here for 1 minute, so there's gonna be a lot to focus on. The control to this move is really pushing down through your planted foot and pulling back through that bottom heel. So when I talk about pulling back through the heel, I mean shifting your energy back in your shoe without actually lifting or moving the foot. So make sure that your toes are still relaxed. And really, if I came and stood behind you, it would be like you were pulling into my hand. That's how it should feel. So you know the moment you've got it because you're gonna feel that sizzle straight up the top of the hamstring into the glute. We're gonna keep holding on to that fire, okay? You've got 18 seconds left here before we start to add on. I love to layer this combo, and I can use it at the start of my workout or at the end of my workout, so don't forget this one, you're gonna like it. In 7 seconds, we hold completely up the top. In 3, 2, and 1. So hold up, pull back through that left heel even more, top half pulse. We're here for 30 seconds. So now we're really isolating that burn. So on the left side, you're feeling it right up the top of the hamstring into the glute. Keep lifting those hips. It gets easy to start to sag down. I need you to keep pushing up. Use your hands to help you. You've got another 10 seconds here before we add on our last little piece for this combo. We're gonna take the right leg on a lever in 4, 3, 2, and 1. I hold my hips nice and high. My right foot is flexed. I lever my leg long. I exhale, draw the leg all the way back up. So now I'm gonna feel my right obliques come into play as well. I have to keep focusing on that pullback through my left heel, and I'm really gonna keep all that work into my left glute. You're almost there. We're not resting after this. We're gonna transition straight into the other side in 7, 6. We'll roll through one little recovery hip bridge in 3, 2, and 1. Feet come down, lower everything down, reset that pelvic tilt, roll up, push your weight into your right foot, pull back through your right heel, single leg hip bridge. And just like that. So we've got to share that same love with the right glute. Think about everything we just set up on the other side. Push your bottom foot into the floor, pull back through the heel, flexing that top foot, and the leg is as straight as you can get it. If you need a slight bend, that's okay. Otherwise, if you've got the range of motion through the back of that leg, straighten the foot, flex it right up to the ceiling. So this is a great time for you to think about coming back to your breath, okay? Focusing on your breath rather than the burn is gonna help you commit to the next 20 seconds. Driving up each time, seeing if we can lift those hips a little bit higher and never losing that pullback through that right heel. All right, you've got your top half pulse coming in 8 seconds, so make these last few full range reps really count. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Hold up the top, little burn. Here we go. Woo! Oh my gosh, I don't know about you guys, but I am feeling that work. All right, stay there with me, stay there. We're gonna lever that left leg long, but we've still got 15 seconds to really, really burn through that glute. I know. Oh, it's high maintenance being alive, isn't it? You've got 8 seconds. Come on, smile through it. Keep those hips lifted, holding at the top in 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips, pull back through the heel, then start to lever that left leg really long. Exhale it back up to the body. I know sometimes I want to close my eyes just to get through it, but you guys are so close, you cannot pull out of the work now. Almost there, give me 10 seconds, come on. Really make that a beautiful long, long lever. Fight to keep those hips up. We're rolling over onto our front in 3, 2, and 1. Roll yourself up to seat. Make sure those glutes are still working because we've got one more drill for them. You're gonna roll over onto your front. You make a pillow with your hands, rest your head down, and then squeeze your heels together. The knees come apart nice and wide, feet are flexed, and it's a frog press. So we're pushing those feet up to the ceiling, and where you're gonna feel the work is right through here. So straight into it, guys. If you're not already with me, we've got 50 seconds left in this exercise. So see how my quads come completely off the floor? That's from controlling with my glutes. So even if your range is just coming off, you're gonna keep building up on that, okay? So try and fight your upper body from lifting and just let the glutes be in control. So big push. Use your breath to slow it down. Think about what you're doing. Good, you are so close to the end of the workout now. So hold on to that little bit of burn and build up on it. Come on, 25 seconds. I know, I feel it too. Breathing. We got 10, 9, 8, 7. Come on, stay with me. We're gonna push back into a child's pose in 3, 2, and 1. Push through those hands. Sit your butt all the way back towards your heels. Reach those fingertips nice and long. And just breathe for a moment. From here, pressing your weight forward into your hands, tuck your toes, lift up into a nice down dog position, and then start to take a pedal. One heel driving towards the floor at a time to really release through the back of that leg. Hips are lifted nice and high. We're gonna wave through into a tuck toe up dog to stretch out the front line of the body. Wave it all the way back up. 2 more times like that. So nice wave-like motion through the spine. We should be leaving this feeling really good. We got a good sweat on, body set up. From here, I want you to walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Legs stay nice and straight. Push your weight down through your heels. Slowly stack your spine. Shoulders are gonna roll down and back, and I want you to pop them down where you want them to stay for the rest of the day. You should feel amazing. You guys absolutely crushed that workout. I loved having you to train with me, and I can't wait for us to smash out our next workout.